Right now, Pulse shooting survivors and the families of victims get to walk around the nightclub for the very first time. It's been 9 years since the shooting, and there's still no memorial.
Yeah, the One Pulse Foundation was created back in 2016 to do that, but the foundation became a point of contention for a lot of people, and it was eventually disbanded. And so the big question is, when will something finally be built? This was a tangled web from the beginning.
I think the struggle was, letting it go, and it's just something I could not come to grips with.
We went from Orlando United to Orlando, infighting.
Barbara Poma owned the Pulse Nightclub and started the foundation.
It isn't easy for me to stand on this site. What began as a place for fun and joy is now sacred ground.
But when the foundation board couldn't come to an agreement with Poma about selling the site, well, a stalemate ensued. Shortly after that, One Pulse announced that it was no more. In October of 2023, the city of Orlando announced that it was going to take over the issue and then purchase the Pulse property for $2 million.
It became clear in the last several months that the Pumas and One Pulse were not going to be able to come to an agreement related to the Pulse property and building the memorial for Pulse on that property.
Then 1 year ago this week, city officials announced the Pulse Memorial Advisory Committee was being formed to move forward with the plans. That committee met and eventually came up with a design for the memorial. They finalized that recommendation in February of this year.
I think it's a very respectful memorial. It's something that honors the 49 that were killed and all the survivors and families.
These new renderings show what's to come for the Orlando Pulse Memorial. An angel ellipse, a healing garden, and a survivor's wall. Plus, the names of each of the 49 victims will be on display with space for individualized memorials. It will also include a reflecting pool featuring a pulse and a heart. And the flags representing the nationalities of the victims will fly high over the site. That memorial will sit on the Pulse property along Orange Avenue. And last week, Orange County said it will donate $5 million to help build that permanent memorial.
They have asked for what is the deficit of funds needed to make this site a reality.
Now the city needs to pick someone to build it. They will then present that idea to the city council for approval. Once that's done, construction can finally begin.